Yes, I back in the garage again and decided to start a different project on the bike. This time I decided to put lights around the hub of the wheel to make sure that the wheels itself light up real good. So I did it with some brackets and this is what I'm making to go around the wheel. I'm gonna give you a vibe. This is going like so. And then I'll put lights around it. I put some brackets to hold it up. This is what I'm working on right now. Alright, this piece of metal. I'm going to push this bolt through this piece of metal and I'm going to put the nut on top of it. I'm going to screw this nut down and I'm going to put some Loctite so to make sure that this nut don't go loose when I go right in. And I'm going to tighten it down real tight with a spanner to make sure that it stays around the hub real good. So I'm testing it here now to make sure that it fits well. And I'm going to bore a hole through this piece of bracket to make sure that the nut and the bolt go through really cool. Alright, so I'm just widening this hole here to make sure that I can get this bolt in there. Alright, let's give it one more drill and see what happens. Alright, so let's test it. Okay, so this bolt is good. So this is one of the bracket. Safety glasses. Let's grind on the edge of this bracket so we don't have any sharp edge. Alright, let's move to the next step. Take this bracket out of the vise and give it a little rub to make sure any splinters come out. We're good. Alright, so this is the big bracket. I'm going to put 3 brackets around this piece of metal. And this is the longest one. So I'm just going to put it in the vise here, clamp it really tight, and I'm going to drill a hole in the middle of it to make sure that I could get a bolt in there. And this is what I'm working on right there to get that hole open up nice and wide, just enough so the bolt can go in it. Yeah, let's take it off the vise and check it and see to make sure that the hole is wide enough. Yeah, it looks good. Alright, so let's move to the next step. So here, this is the bolt. I'm removing the nut to take out that bolt. So that bolt here is where that piece of metal that I was just drilling, the bolt will go through that. And that's one of the bracket will hold up the piece of metal what going around the hub. So this piece of metal is what going around the hub here. And this is what we're going to put lights on. So I'm just testing it right now. And that long bolt that I just removed would go through that piece of metal that I just drilled. So just adjustment and making sure that we get it lined up really nice, that ain't nothing not gonna touch. Alright, so we're gonna put back the bolt here on this piece of bracket. So we're setting up the bracket right now to hold up the piece of metal. So I'm just going back and forth trying to adjust, and remember we have 3 brackets on. So I'm just putting, drilling the holes and back and forth trying to get the bracket line up and trying to get the piece of metal straight. So this is what I'm doing here, just adjusting and lining up this piece of metal and tightening up the bolts around it, and cutting and snipping at the same time, making sure that everything real proper, because I'm taking in consideration here now that when I doing this and putting up the wheel, I have to remember that this piece of metal have to be close enough to be inside of the rim so you don't touch the rim. So I'm just tightening up everything and making sure that everything cool. So I'm going to use a hacksaw blade and cut off all the excess of the bolt here, and make sure that we have no sharp edge. Yep, so we're looking good. Yeah, make sure everything tight and nice. Put up the wheel. Okay, cool. This is the results. I'm just going to give you a view of what's going on here, show you how it goes around the hub really nice, and we have absolutely no problem with the piece of metal touching any part of moving parts like the wheel, the brake caliper or anything. We have nothing in the way what's going to stop this wheel from rolling. Alright, so this is it. Alright, so let's move on to the next step. And here I'm going to put the lights around the wheel, and I'm going to zip tie these lights all the way around. And here I'm zip tying the light all the way around the hub. And this is what I'm doing. This is what it looked like. And I like to make sure that I zip tie all the way around. When I say all the way, I mean all the way around, because I'm putting this thing very strong. It's going to be there for a while. I don't want when I'm going riding on the trail that, you know, the lights is dropping off or falling off, hanging out. So I'm doing this thing real good. Zip tie it all over for real. I put it on really good. All right, so this is what I'm doing. Pull the zip tie really tight and gonna get this pliers and cut it off. Yeah, snip that off right here. All right, let's move to the next step. Now, this is what it's like going around the hub. I'm just showing you because how I do this, I just put the lights around and I cut the fit. And then I take the hot glue and put in the end of the tubing to make sure that no moisture don't go inside it. This is what it looks like. Let's move on. All right, so this is just a view to show you how the lights are on. And here I'm showing you how I put the hot glue in the end of the tubing to make sure I close off the hole so no moisture, no water wouldn't get inside of these lights. All right, let's move to the next step. Okay, putting the lights around the piece of metal around the hub. And I'm just going to shift the camera here to show you a different view so you can see it really good. All right, so what I'm doing here, I'm just lining this up and I'm going to take the hot glue and try to clamp the both ends together on top like so. Yep, so no moisture don't get in anywhere, and kind of like extra protection to hold the both ends together. All right, speed. Let's get this wire together. So yeah, this is what it looks like. And trust me, put the wheel on, everything nice, no problems. We have nothing touching, and the wheel light up real good. Yo, guys, tell me what you think about this for real. If you ever decide to take on the challenge, you can do it. It's a lot of work, but it's fun. Yeah, for real. I'm loving it. Yep. All right, let's move on. All right, let's drill a hole for the switch and put the switch in this piece of plastic and tucking it down in there real nicely. And this is what it looks like. Yeah, the switch is all ready to go. Let's move on. Let's remove this piece of cover. I'm about to set up the control box for the lights, and it's working nicely. I'm going to drill a hole for the brackets. So the control box, we can hook it up right here. I put it next to the radiator because I think it's a really good spot to keep it next to the radiator. I like that the brackets can hold up right there. So we're gonna, and I'm just gonna drill 2 holes. So I'm marking out the holes right now, and I'm gonna remove the piece of metal and drill 2 holes in it. And this is what it looked like when it drilled. All right, I'm gonna hook up the control box, put it right next to the radiator right here. Put down those 2 bolts and screw it down. And I'm gonna use this gouge right here to just cover the little slot because I turned the control box upside down. Put the covering back, and let's start zip tying. Yeah, as I run it all the way below the fender, I just zip tie as I go by. And let's move to the next step. So on the wheel, on the front wheel here now, I decided to put lights on the rocker arm all over so you can light up all different areas, you know, of the bike. So I'm just putting the wires together, connection, and that's what I'm doing there. And this is what it looked like when they all zip tied. So this is the results, and this is the lights under the fender and all the different spots where I put lights. Yeah, looking real cool. I like it for real. All right, let's move on. Put on the wheel, and let's move to the next step. All right, I'm going to remove this piece of plastic here. I decided to put lights in the back. There's a piece of metal in the bottom of this plastic. I'm going to put lights all over it. So this in the bottom of this plastic will look real nice, you know, so the bike would light up from behind. Yeah, I'm going to remove this and put lights. I'm going to zip tie the lights all the way around this piece of metal. And that's what I'm doing there. Yeah, make the bike look real nice, you know. Of course, Fluffy is always in the mix. You cannot ignore him. Let's give Fluffy a little love. Yeah, alright, back to the program. Now I'm just stripping the wires and connecting up at the same time, getting everything together and putting some heat, some hot glue. Alright, let's cover back up this piece of plastic, put back all the bolts and stuff. Yeah, and everything working nice there. Yeah, that's what I wanted, the lights to look, really cool at the back. So I'm just doing last connection and I'm all over the bike for real. So I'm putting back this piece of plastic, what I removed, because I put lights just above the gearbox. Have the bike light up from all angle. Look real cool. Now I'm putting some hot glue to keep the lights real sound, and connecting up the wires at the same time. Yeah, so I'm moving with a fast pace here because it's gonna take all day if I don't move like that. And the bike look real cool. Alright, so this is the lights that I was working on in the back. Just giving you a view around the bike. Underneath on top by the radiator, I put lights there. By the gearbox, yeah, for real. In the wheel, yo, the wheel light up real nice, trust me. I'm loving it. Yeah, and this is a bike from all over it. Look real blue. Got a blue bike going on. For real. Yeah. So you're looking real nice. I wanted the bike to light up from all different angles and I think I achieved it, So yeah, it looked good for real. Just giving you a walk around, show you how it turned out. Yeah, give you some different angles from the wheel. This is under the wheel, and the wheel is lighting up at the same time. Check this out, yo, red. Haha, we done it out. All right, let's move to the next step. All right, let me take you on a view around the bike, show you the different angles and how the light turned out really good. I really enjoyed this project, putting all these lights around this bike, all over the bike, where I could find a spot to put lights. I did. I went in all cozy corner I can find, trust me. So I cannot think about any spot of the bike right now underneath the bike where I have a dark spot. I put lights. Trust me, the bike is beautiful. I love the way it turned out. I really enjoyed putting the lights below the gearbox. You know, underneath the back right here, that piece of metal, trust me, was really cool. Walking under the wheel, with the wheel and all that, yo, trust me, the bike looked wonderful. I feel really good that I put in all this hard work and this is what it turned out to be like. For real, I loving it. If you can only see this bike physically in front of you, yo, trust me, it looks so wonderful. Everything is lighting really nice. I have no problem. The lights is dancing really good. When you turn on this bike in the nighttime, trust me, you're loving it. Yeah. So I really enjoy this project. It really takes some time, to be honest, and you have to know how to get your wires right and all that. But if you're interested in doing something like this, trust me, I know you can do it. Just take the challenge on and put your head towards it. You can do this. Yo, look how beautiful this bike look. For real. I'm just taking you around the bike and showing you all the different angles so you can see all the lights and how it looks. Trust me, I'm loving it. Yo, this is garage vibes. You don't know. Hard work going on in garage vibes. Let me take you underneath the bike to show you the lights underneath the bike. Yo, I went all under for real. Everywhere I could think about, I put lights. Yo, turned out to be real nice. Yeah, I even put under the radiator right here by the fans. Yep, a beautiful bike for real. Turned out to be wonderful. I'm loving the lights. They're blinking really nice. Yo, trust me. Let me take you on a spin below the bike. Yo guys, I thank you all for hanging out on this video. I appreciate it all the time. Please give it a thumbs up if you like it and subscribe, tell a friend, and I see you guys on the next video.